Good morning. Time to make the coffee. Today's flavor is coconut crumble, and it's going to be 37 degrees. There's snow on the ground. Ugh. We're having a cold snap. It's time for spring to come in. I've had it with winter. Well, unfortunately, I don't have control over such things. So today I'm meeting a friend for brunch. She and her husband go to Florida every year. They're snowbirds. So they go to Florida every year for a couple months, which is nice. But not me. I stay here with my dogs in my house, and I enjoy that. There was a time where, a couple years, where Tom and I went to Florida, and it was nice, but I really didn't like being away from home that long. A couple weeks would have been okay, but a month was too long. So, well, we tried it, and of course now I just stay here, which is fine. So later this afternoon I have to check my seeds again, see if any of them are ready to do some more planting. So I didn't get to plant any seeds yesterday because none of them were ready. So maybe they'll be ready today. It's mostly peppers now. I got some planted, but I don't want to plant them too soon or too late. So anyway, there was just sort of a little disturbed beehive of dogs here. So I had to go let them out again. They do that every morning now. They go in and out like 3 times before they're finally done. I don't know what that's all about. But anyway, I have to get ready and go meet my friend, but I'm going to have some coffee this morning first. So cheers. Yeah, I like this coconut crumble. It's good. So I still have quite a bit of coffee left, which is nice, and I'm going to try and recycle the little coffee pods as little planting pots, see how that works out. I imagine they'll dry out pretty quickly, but it wouldn't be any worse than those cells that you can buy. So you got to try different things, and it's always nice if you can get free stuff to use for your plants. So okay, I'm going to get ready and go, and I'll be back this afternoon. Okay, it's budget binder time. Well, yesterday I didn't spend any money, so that's good. Chugging along here with my green check marks. So today I have to enter my bills all on my calendar so I can keep track of how much money I spend at the end of every week. So I track my bills, I track my spending, I pretty much track everything. So I hope I don't have to do this forever, but until I get a handle on this budget and get it down to a manageable financial situation, that's what I'm going to do. So, okay, that's it for the budget today. Well, this weather is testing out my winter sowing. All my little boxes are getting covered with snow. So we'll see what happens. Ugh. More snow. Alright, well, dinner tonight is a couple of tortillas. I got this out of my freezer, and it's made with TVP. It's a combination of spaghetti taco sauce and I think that looks like meat. So I'm going to make a couple of taco rolls. I saw this recipe on Facebook and it looked delicious. So I thought I would try to make it. So this has been in the freezer since February. So I'm trying to use up what I have and not do too much new cooking until I use up some of the things that I have in there. So I really like cooking this way. I like feeling that I'm using up what I have and not wasting my hard-earned money. Even though I don't work anymore, I worked hard to get it when I did work. So I'm going to put some cheese in there. And all the seniors worked really hard to get their Social Security. I know I did, and I'm sure most of you did. So it's not something that you didn't pay into. It's not a freebie. You paid for it. Okay, so I'm just going to roll this up. Hopefully I didn't put too much in there. And then I'm going to make a second one. And I'll probably have a little bit left over, I'm not sure. But if I do, I can always eat it with some nachos. So cooking up some taco meat ahead of time and freezing it, whether you use beef or TVP or Impossible meat, Beyond Meat, whatever you like to cook. But the TVP is fairly inexpensive, so I think that's a good thing to keep on hand. And if you cook it up ahead of time, all you have to do is heat it up. And this is the last of my cheese that I bought a couple months ago. It was on sale. It was a big, I think it was a 2-pound bag for $7.98. So buying things on sale and on markdown is the way to go, in my opinion. So I'm trying to cook up my produce too, so that I don't have any waste. Okay, roll this one up, and then I'm just going to heat this in the microwave for like just under a minute, a few seconds. And then I'm going to cut it. Actually, I could cut it now, but I want to heat this through just a little bit. So in the meantime, I have just a little bit of the nacho meat left, and I have a little bit of the cheese left, and that's enough to make some nacho snacks or something for another meal. If you have tortilla chips, you can put all different kinds of things on there. Okay, so here we go. I think that looks delicious. Let me give it a taste. Ooh, ooey gooey. It's falling apart. Look at that gooey cheese. Yum. Alright, let me give this a taste. Delicious. If you wanted to, you could shred up some lettuce, some tomatoes, some green onion, pour a little ranch dressing over the top, But I'm just going to eat it right like this and enjoy that. And it was a very quick, easy meal because I cooked it ahead of time. All right. Well, today was pretty chilly. Not a pleasant day at all. It's been snowing. It hasn't been like a blizzard or anything like that, but it's very chilly and it's very wintry today. So I went and had breakfast with my friend. That was nice. She got me all caught up on her trip to Florida. So that was nice too. But right now I'm just kind of in the mood for a nice hot cup of tea. Actually, Florida sounds pretty good. But I did spend some money today, obviously, since I did go out to breakfast with my friend. But I also bought some perpetual spinach seeds, which is a kind of chard that tastes like spinach. And so I bought some of those seeds, and then I also bought for my NutriBullet the bottom chopper. It always leaks, and you know, so it's kind of useless the way it is. So I had put in my list of things that I wanted to buy. I had bought, or on Amazon, I had put it in the wish list, and it's the bottom chopper part and also a pitcher, and it was $25, but it was marked down to $19, so I bought that too, because I do have a Vitamix. I'm tired. I do have a Vitamix, but the Vitamix is a very large container. I wish it had a small one, but those things are $99, and I'm not spending that much on a mixer container. So for smaller items, I decided to try and get a new chopper blade for my I'm really tired. For my NutriBullet, that's it. For my NutriBullet. So I'm going to try that and see if maybe it doesn't leak anymore. So, and if it does leak, I'm just going to return it and ship the NutriBullet off to Goodwill or somewhere, because I don't want a bunch of stuff in the house anymore that doesn't work. But I am being careful about what I'm getting rid of, because in today's economy, I know I personally can't rebuy a lot of the things that I have. But I don't want to over-clutter my house either. So, and especially with appliances, you know, they aren't made to last. If you get 10 good years out of it, you're doing pretty well. But most of them, like 7 years, and they're done for. And of course, they don't make them so that you can really repair them. They make everything throwaway. I don't get it. You know, they're all, oh, the environment, you know, and okay, I get that. But on the other hand, they make this garbage that ends up in the landfill anyway. It's the same thing with candle jars and things like that. You know, make it so that you can take the labels off the darn thing and make it be able to reuse it rather than throwing it in the garbage. But no, they don't do that. And even with the K-Cup pods, you know, everything's, oh, recycle. And then half of the stuff, they don't recycle it. They still dump it in the landfill. So I think a lot of it is a bunch of malarkey, for lack of a better term. You know, it all sounds good and it looks good on paper, but when push comes to shove, it's kind of a useless thing to do. So, but I do recycle to the best of my ability. I try my best. I try not to be wasteful. I reuse my plastic bags. I reuse a lot of things that normally would get thrown in the garbage. So anyway, I don't have a whole lot more going on today. I did my financial book. I got everything caught up. So that's good, and boy, I really need to do better. I really do. So I'm feeling good about March. Let's see, I did purchase things today. I've only had, I think, 4 days where I bought things, and most of what I bought was food related. So I'm not buying a whole lot of stuff that I can't use, because everything's so expensive. You can't afford to buy a bunch of tchotchkes and, you know, even craft supplies. You know, it's not that they're that expensive, but if you have to choose between, okay, let's do groceries or let's do craft supplies, I'm going to choose the groceries instead of the craft supplies. So, and I don't see where it's going to be letting up anytime soon, especially now with these banks collapsing and all this stuff going on. I think it's going to be a long haul, so at least I want to be prepared to the best of my ability on the money that I have coming in every month. So I certainly don't want to have to rely on my family to feed me. You know, I want to take care of those things myself. If anything, I want to feed them. So I have my tea here, just some chamomile. Cheers. It's really hot. But that's my evening cup of tea. And it does feel good when I do my budget book and I tally up all my expenses and my pay downs on my credit cards, whatever. It does feel good to see the total coming down. But sometimes I get a little antsy to get it done faster. But you know, hey, sometimes we do things to ourselves and then later on it's like, well, I shouldn't have done that. But a lot of mine was things that had to be done. It wasn't all frivolous purchases. Now in the past it would have been much more frivolous, but not anymore. I just can't afford to do that anymore, and I know a lot of you can't either. So alright my friends, that's all I have for you today. I want to wish you abundant blessings. I love you guys. Be good to yourself, be good to others. God bless you, and I'll see you next time. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, comment, and like. Thanks for watching.